Did you know that Gary, Indiana, was once the magic city of the Midwest? This place of wonder was born out of the industrial age, founded in 1906 by the United States Steel Corporation. From humble beginnings, it rapidly transformed into a bustling city, a marvel of the Midwest. Its growth was so swift, so extraordinary, that it garnered the nickname Magic City. In those early days, Gary was more than just a city. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress. The steel mills that dotted its landscape were not just factories, but monuments of prosperity, churning out steel that would shape the nation. The city was a beacon of opportunity, attracting thousands in search of the American dream. Through the sweat and toil of its inhabitants, Gary carved out a significant niche in the steel industry. The city was alive with the hum of industry, the glow of the furnaces lighting up the night sky, painting a picture of unyielding progress. Every rivet, every beam, every towering skyscraper that rose from the ground bore the mark of Gary's steel. The city was not just making steel, it was forging the future, shaping the world as we know it. Yet this prosperity was not just confined to the industry. The city itself was thriving, its streets pulsating with life. Schools, theaters, shops, and homes sprung up, creating a vibrant community. The city was a symphony of progress, its melody echoing across the steel mills, the schools, the homes, and the hearts of its people. But the Magic City was not just about steel and industry. It was about the people who called it home, their dreams, their hopes, their struggles, and their triumphs. It was about a community that grew from a handful of steelworkers to a bustling city of opportunity. But as they say, every magic has its expiration. From the peak of its prosperity, the city was about to enter a period of decline. The once bustling Magic City was on the brink of becoming a ghost town, but that's a story for another time. The magic began to wane in the second half of the 20th century. The city of Gary, once a bustling industrial powerhouse, found itself caught in the throes of a crippling economic decline. The backbone of the city, its steel industry, was beginning to crumble, and with it, the livelihoods of its residents. The collapse of the steel industry that had once fueled the city's prosperity was not a sudden event but a slow, agonizing process. The signs were there for those who cared to look. The factories that once roared with activity now stood eerily silent, their once gleaming surfaces now rusted and forlorn. The once busy streets now echoed with a heavy silence. The year 1967 proved to be a turning point. The United Steelworkers went on strike, a desperate attempt to save their dying industry. It was a battle they were doomed to lose. The strike ended, but the industry continued its slow march towards oblivion. The impact was far-reaching. The city that was once home to over 200,000 residents saw its population dwindle. Families left in search of greener pastures, leaving behind empty houses and deserted streets. Those who stayed found themselves trapped in a city that was a mere shadow of its former self. The economic decline gave rise to another monstrous problem: crime. As jobs disappeared, crime rates soared. The city that was once known for its industrial might was now making headlines for all the wrong reasons. A city in decline, it seemed, was a city ripe for crime. The city's decline was not just economic, but also social. The sense of community that once held the city together began to unravel. The bonds that tied its residents together strained under the weight of economic hardship and rising crime. As the steel mills rusted, so did the city's fortunes. The vibrant city of Gary, that once promised so much, was now a city in decline, a stark reminder of the harsh realities of industrial collapse. Let's commence with a startling fact. In the 1990s, Gary, Indiana, was haunted by a grim title: the murder capital of the U.S., having the highest per capita murder rate in the country. This decade was characterized by a surge in violent crime, a striking contrast to its impressive beginnings. This wave of lawlessness overshadowed its past image of an industrial powerhouse, replacing it with a symbol of urban decay. However, it's essential to note that even in these bleak times, the city's resilience was on full display. Numerous strategies, from increased police presence to community outreach programs, were implemented to combat the rising crime rates. Though the journey towards restoration was rife with challenges such as limited resources, economic instability, and societal issues, progress was visible. Despite the long and strenuous road to recovery, Gary began the process of reshaping its future, refusing to let its past dictate its identity. Underneath it all, there's a city to revolutionize its narrative. A city that refuses to allow its history to define its future. That's a story worth telling. But amidst the gloom, Gary has been a fertile ground for cultural expression. This city, though marred by crime and economic decline, has managed to cultivate a rich tapestry of cultural contributions that cannot be overshadowed. One of the city's most notable gifts to the world is the Jackson family. Yes, the Jacksons, with their roots firmly planted in Gary, Indiana, went on to become a global sensation, shaping pop culture as we know it. Their music transcended boundaries and touched hearts worldwide. And at the heart of their story is a tale of sheer determination and resilience, a story not unfamiliar to the residents of Gary. But the city's cultural impact doesn't stop at the king of pop and his talented family. Gary has also been a significant player in the music scene, particularly in genres like blues, jazz, and gospel. These musical forms, steeped in the African-American tradition, found a home in the heart of Gary, becoming part of the city's lifeblood. The blues, with its raw emotion and heart-wrenching narratives, was a reflection of the city's struggles, while jazz, with its improvisational genius, represented the city's unpredictable spirit. Gospel music, on the other hand, sang of hope and resilience, echoing the city's unyielding faith in better days. Gary's cultural influence extends beyond music, though. The city's history, its struggles and triumphs, have inspired countless works of literature, art, and cinema. These works serve as a testament to the indomitable spirit of the city and its people, a spirit that refuses to be quelled by adversity. This cultural resilience is what defines Gary, Indiana. It's a city that, despite its hardships, continues to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. The music, the art, the stories, they all carry the essence of Gary, an essence of resilience, of hope, and of an unwavering belief in the power of human spirit. In the face of adversity, Gary's spirit continues to sing. Today, Gary stands as a city of resilience, fighting to reclaim its former glory. Gary, Indiana, the city of steel, has seen the ebb and flow of times. From its booming industrial past to the crime-ridden years, it has weathered many storms. Today, it stands at the brink of a new era, an era of revival and rejuvenation. The city, once dubbed as murder capital of the U.S., is now undertaking significant strides to reduce crime and improve the quality of life for its residents. Through a combination of community policing initiatives, crime prevention programs, and rehabilitation efforts, the city has seen a glimmer of hope in its fight against crime. The fruits of these initiatives are already showing, with the crime rate showing a steady decline in recent years. Parallelly, efforts to revive the economy are also in full swing. Urban renewal projects are breathing new life into the city's decaying infrastructure. Abandoned buildings are being repurposed, public spaces are being revitalized, and new businesses are setting up shop. All these are signs of a city that's slowly but surely rising from the ashes. The city's potential for future growth is undeniable. Its strategic location along the southern shore of Lake Michigan and its proximity to Chicago make it an attractive destination for businesses and individuals alike. The city's rich cultural heritage, embodied in its vibrant music and art scene, adds another layer of allure. Community initiatives are playing a pivotal role in this revival. Residents, community leaders, and local businesses are coming together to create a better future for Gary. They're investing in education, creating job opportunities, and fostering a sense of community spirit. Despite the challenges, the people of Gary are determined to reclaim their city's former glory. They're embracing change, fostering innovation, and building a brighter future. They're not just dreaming of a better tomorrow, they're actively working towards it. Gary, Indiana, a city of magic, mayhem, and music, continues to write its own story. As we look towards the future, we can't help but be hopeful. The city that once was is not the city that will be. Gary is rising, and its story is far from over.